Hey, everybody. Happy Marketing Monday. How are you? Hopefully, you had a great weekend. I'm Deborah Dixon-Anderson from Light of Gold PR and Gold Wellness Circle. Thank you so much for joining this surprise live that is now running. Did not expect to do it, but had to do it. I was on a great challenge. Shout out to Joy Hunt for a great challenge for getting helping us get these business goals. What I'm here to do is help you stay on track with your time management, with your project management, all the things that you need to be able to do to stay on track. Sometimes we have these notes, these checklists, all of this stuff we put together, and then guess what? We still don't accomplish these things because they are not front and center on a Google Calendar, an Outlook calendar. It needs to be on something so that we can always keep it top of mind. So, a little information about myself. I'm Deborah Dixon-Anderson from Light of Gold PR. Light of Gold PR is 18 years old. We've worked in, hey, Netta, hey, Miss 81. Thank you for joining our call. So, we are certified with New York City as a minority women business enterprise. We've worked in press and media, digital marketing, event management, website development. Uh, we've done a lot of different things in the past 18 years. All of this at the end of the day is to shape your brand, to shape your messaging, to shape your look and feel so that your target market, your target customer, your target client will purchase from you because you look and sound the way they need you to sound to buy your product or service. And that's really important. Now, you might describe your business one way, but you need to be able to translate that into a way that your customer or your client will want to purchase from you. So you might hear some notifications, some dings, and everything. I'm doing a bunch of things at the same time. I have a fantastic team, Light of Gold PR team, that includes Waniela, Rebecca, and Jade. Thank you for all of your help in helping us do this live. That was a surprise for us this morning. When they started this morning, they were like, "Oh my God, we're working on a live today." Usually, you'll know about the live at least a week or two in advance. Hey, Rose, happy Monday. Thank you for joining the call. So that's a little bit about Light of Gold PR. We also have a 501c3 nonprofit, Go Wellness Circle, which is we specialize in everything wellness, right? Whether it's meditation calls, should join us on Wellness Wednesday for our meditation call with our life coach, Tony Smith. We do a lot of these Marketing Monday calls and Wellness Wednesday calls every other week. But we might ramp it up and do it weekly, because we see the people need it, and we might do it weekly. So a little bit about Gold Wellness Circle. It really started when COVID started. None of us could get out. We couldn't go anywhere. All of us were struggling mentally. We want to exercise. We wanted to be part of a community. So we were teaching Zoom online. We were doing yoga. We were doing meditation calls. We were doing all this great stuff. And then, of course, when things got better and we were able to be in person, now we have live events, mostly in New York City, and New Jersey, and of course, virtually as well. And so we do a call for that as well. I'm a 7-year breast cancer survivor. Snap it up for me. Went through a 1-year journey with chemo, radiation, the whole nine, lost all my hair, everything. And now I like to encourage other breast cancer survivors, provide support for them, as well as for anyone who's a caregiver with a loved one who's dealing with Alzheimer's or food insecurity. So that's a big part of what we do with Go Wellness Circle. And so we've been able to put together some great fundraisers that we partner with the American Cancer Society and the Alzheimer's Association for, and we've been able to raise funds. And so we're looking forward to doing more of that in 2025. So thank you, Sharonda, for joining us. So how do we thrive? How do we strive to thrive in 2025? What are we going to do to go after these goals, go after this new income, these new clients, these new customers, all of the stuff that we're trying to get accomplished in 2025. How do we get that accomplished? What are we going to do? So some of you are struggling with structure. Um, I operate Light of Gold PR Monday through Friday. Some of you, I'll give you a scenario. You might be someone who does operate your business Monday through Friday, but maybe it's in the evening. Maybe you're working in the morning and you're operating your business in the evening, or you operate in the morning and you work in the evening. So it's a side hustle. Maybe you have multiple hustles. How do you make that work? Some of you work full time and you use whatever time that you can to go ahead and operate your business, and maybe that's on the weekends. Maybe it's a different time. Maybe you're a single mom and you have 3 or 4 kids, and you're trying to figure out how to balance starting this new enterprise and being able to take care of your family. Um, some of you may have full-time jobs and you're trying to do this business and grow this business on the side, right? How do you do that? So let's get into it. Let's talk about day-to-day structure. Okay, so day-to-day, you must have a calendar. Okay. I don't care whether it's a Google calendar. I don't care, which is what we use. I don't care if you like to use Microsoft products and you want to have a calendar with that. But if you don't make an appointment for every task, everything that you're working on, every meeting, it doesn't exist, right? It does not exist. And so that's really important for you to remember the importance of a calendar. So this is a calendar, sample calendar, Google Calendar, and it blocks out time. So you have to block out time on a calendar. You could always download Google Calendar. You could use it on your desktop. You could also download it to your phone, which I highly recommend. So you will need those reminders to know what's on your calendar. So you could block out the time that you're working with your team. Maybe you're going to a networking meeting, block that time out. Maybe you're going to the gym, or maybe you have to take your son or daughter to their dental appointment. So you can divide these calendars into different types of calendars, but have them all be seen at the same time, but they will be designated for something different. So I highly recommend using a calendar. It's important. And you have to make all of these goals that you want to accomplish. Say, for instance, you're applying for funding. Put that on your calendar that you need to fill out this application. Look, the checklists are nice. The notes that you take, they're all great. You put it into a document and then you forget about it. Where did you put it? You wrote it. For those of us who like to write things on paper, I'm not mad at you. I didn't grow up with all this technology. I still like to use paper, but I do respect and understand, because I have a tech background, the importance of the digital. And so to be able to keep all of this stuff top of mind, you need to use a calendar for that. That's really important. So Rebecca and Jade, I need that those Google Slides, even if you have to put it up for me, okay? All right. So, okay, there we go. So we're gonna go back a little bit. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Tina, I see you. Thank you so much for joining the call. And, everyone who's watching, if you are really enjoying this information, if it's powerful, if it's something that you think you need, please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Light of Gold PR. Please go ahead and subscribe. And that way you can also go back to this, you can watch it, and you can, also know about our upcoming podcasts and lives that come up. Okay. So let's talk about some tips for marketing. And if any of you have questions, please go ahead and drop it into the chat. For us, my team is in the background. They could kind of see the comments. I could see the comments, which is great. And I'm happy to go ahead and address any questions that you have. So why don't we just jump into it with the tips? So your day-to-day structure, you could get, there's so many free apps that you could get. Now you could use it for your with your team. You could use it for yourself. And full disclosure, my husband and I have a meeting on what we're going to do for the week every Sunday. We use the Google Calendar. So we have a personal calendar that I check, and those appointments, because his schedule sometimes impacts mine. And that's what a lot of us do. We kind of segment everything out and we forget, oh my God, I forgot I have to go to the dentist. Oh my God, I forgot I got to go do my annual. And we forget about all this. You still need a health calendar for your doctor's appointments. That needs to be on a calendar, okay? Health is your wealth. Your mental health, when I do meditation in the morning, 6:30, 7 a.m. Eastern time, I'm in New Jersey. That needs to be on my calendar. That is a real call and responsibility for me to be on, to be able to sit and breathe and clear my mind when I go to work out. I love Zumba. So I'm always in Zumba class, right? At least a couple of times a week. I'm part of a whole Zumba community. I love Zumba. I love to dance. That's an appointment on my calendar. Okay. My yoga, my spin. So my exercise calendar is also part of this calendar. But your appointments with clients, with potential clients, with tasks that you have to accomplish, they have to be on a calendar, and it has to be a reminder. So let's go ahead and set up talk about when you put something on a calendar and you don't get it done. Let's talk about it, right. Let's get into that. It sometimes hey Allison, I see you. Thank you for joining us. Holistic Wellness and Health, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. We're so glad to have you here. So let's talk about it, right? Life be lifing, right? That's the term of the year. I've been hearing that all the time. And you don't make this appointment with yourself. You gotta take it. Hey Tina, yes, Zumba strong, yes. You have to take that appointment and move it to another placeholder on your calendar. It must be done. Yes, calendars, they're life, right? You got to do it. I can't keep anything straight without a calendar. So I'm going to encourage all of you, please keep a calendar. It's important. Go ahead and look at it when you start your day. My team looks at it and I look at it. I manage Monday through Friday a virtual team and an in-person team. I'm going to meetings. I'm on Zoom calls, and sometimes I'm in New York City in person, doing in-person events and some in-person meetings, and sometimes in New Jersey, I'm doing in-person meetings. I use something called Calendly, right? You can get a free version of Calendly. A lot of you have went ahead and scheduled a meeting with me using Calendly. So you can also use that to keep track of your schedule. And you have to figure out what works for you. Okay. Not everything works for everybody. All right. So if you're an Apple person, use an Apple calendar. There's something called Fantastical. I don't use all of these. These are just some recommendations and suggestions of types of calendars that you can use. Thank you, Allison. Yes, your calendar is a must. Otherwise, you'd be lost. Me too. Yes. Snaps for that. We need a calendar to keep it all straight. If you're managing your life, your family's life, all of it needs to be in a calendar. Okay, I'm gonna go a step further. There are some times when we are on in a meeting, in a call, somewhere, right? It could be virtual, it could be in person. I know my phone is dinging, I'm probably gonna turn it down, but a lot of times I need a pop-up reminder from my phone. So I use those tools too. I use the clock that's on here to pop up. I need a sound, a ding. whether it's the calendar and each entry on there. I'm gonna flip back over here to this. So I might need the ladies to help me a little bit. So with this calendar, I usually like to set up a bunch of reminders for this calendar, right? And say, for instance, I'll give you an example. You have to go to a physical appointment or event, and you need to be able to leave at a certain time. You need to also put that on the calendar. It's not enough just to say that you have this appointment or this meeting. Do you have prep work? Do you have to create a presentation for this meeting? Do you have to create a PDF for this meeting? What do you have to do in preparation for this meeting? Or do you have to take the train, the bus, drive there? So you have to factor in the time that you need to be able to get to a physical meeting or prepare for a virtual meeting. It's not enough just to put that meeting, oh, I have a meeting from 2 to 3. Do you have anything to do to prepare for it? That needs to be on the calendar as well. Okay. All right. All right. Any questions so far that I can answer? Please drop it into the chat if any of you have any questions. So Rebecca or Jay, can you pull back up? Yes, thank you. So here we are. Any of these you could use, right? Fantastical, Digical, a calendar. These are apps. These are platforms that you could use to keep you straight. Please use them because you need to use them to be able to keep your mind right. Okay. How do you keep your mind right? So you have to be able to put all of this into a calendar. So let's go to the next thing. Any questions so far? How many of you use calendars? Put it in the chat. I already know you use the calendar, Allison. Who else uses the calendar? Let's get into it. And if you don't use a calendar, I want to know why. So I need to know why you don't use a calendar because we all need to use a calendar. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to the next one. I need my calendar. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I love to hear that. So for those of you who don't use a calendar, here's your homework. Go ahead and use a calendar. Go ahead and download the app to your phone. Go ahead and download the app to your desktop. I don't care whether you're an Apple person or whether you use any of the other types of laptops, please. So Tina, thank you. No question. This is a great reminder for me. So you don't feel so drained. Yes, Body the Midnight Oil. Thank you. You use a planner. Yes, planners are good, but those calendars, man, those calendars make all this stuff real. Okay. Now we've gotten to the point with our company that we plan our events out months and months in advance. And I'm just going to talk about that for just for a moment. For those of you, depending on what type of business you have, depending on if you're going after grants or funding, I don't know what it is, right? And you could drop that in the chat for me. Here's the thing that I do know that I've had to learn the hard way. Say, for instance, you are trying to get a corporate sponsor, right? So corporate sponsor for a particular event, right? So we do these Alzheimer's events, these breast cancer awareness events. We have a nonprofit. How do we go after corporate dollars? They have fiscal years and fiscal calendars. A lot of times we think that we get a sponsor, even a small one, and they already spent their budget, right? For maybe to be able to help your nonprofit. So you got to get to them earlier. You have to have a plan, and that's where this structure helps and it makes a difference. So this isn't on in my presentation, but I needed to address it because sometimes we think we can put together an event in 2 months. I've learned the hard way. You shouldn't do that. 2 months Now we have a lot of our stuff already in place. We have a following, we have a team. So we started working on our women's event probably about 6 months ago, 6 to 9 months ago, right? We started identifying our vendors. We started identifying who we wanted to go after for sponsorship. You need a sponsorship package for that. You need to have sponsorship levels for that. And in order to get to a corporate sponsor, they have certain times of the year that you need to reach out to them to have them support your event or your business. So just keep that in mind. Bar, another helpful thing to do, to plug in any links to log in to Zoom links, YouTube links for events such as this. Yes, thank you for that. Yes, any reminders, you need a reminder even to attend these types of webinars and everything. Bar, you said sometimes you use your phone's calendar or the Google calendar, you set alarms as a double reminder. We all need that because we have distractions, right? Distractions. So when you are working on something, you have to be successful, you have to make sure that you can work on something that i.e. I think means for example, right, Jubar? You could go ahead and answer that for Marlene for me, okay? I think that's what IE means, Marlene. Uh, so, well, just poof, went out of my head. So I'm gonna go back to what I was originally saying. So, guys, if I need you to remind me what I said, please put it in the chat. What was I about to say, right? So we need to be able to work at a time when we have the least amount of distractions. If that is at nighttime for some of our creatives or some of us who have, families and kids and a lot going on, sometimes it's after everybody goes to sleep, right? Sometimes, yes, an example. Thank you, Jubar. Appreciate that. So hopefully, Marlene, we answered your question. So we need to be able to find a time when we have the most success to accomplish our goals, right? We definitely need that time. And sometimes we have to do something called time blocking. What is time blocking? Time blocking is when you put like tasks together and you just bang them all out at once. Sometimes they're emails, boom, boom, boom. You get it all out, and you have a block of emails. I need to send out 4 emails to potential clients, and I need to get them all out. Here's time blocking. Allocate specific time blocks for different tasks, content creation, client communication, administrative work. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Marlene, you thought it was another app. I know that's right. No, it's not. Definitely, for example. Um, so time blocking allows you to put like tasks together, right? It's helpful. Some of us, our brains work differently. Sometimes to do your creative work, you need to stay in that flow. If you're writing, and even if you're using Chat GPT, I don't recommend that you use it and don't check. Okay. Check whatever content is creating for you. But you need time to be able to have some checks and balances with what you're working on. If you're creating content, you need time to be able to work on that. Okay. Client communication, time blocking. It could be very helpful. All right, let's go to the next slide. The Eisenhower matrix, urgent, important. What's the first priority? If you're applying for funding, what's the first priority? It's probably filling out the application. But if you don't have an address, for instance, is what we learned, right? You need to have an address that's not your home, right? Can't be the UPS store, can't be iPostal. So you have to go ahead and find an address, whether it's a Regis or any other type of location that you can now subscribe to and pay for monthly, because that's going to impact your funding application, right? So put those tasks together, put it on your calendar to get that accomplished. Okay? All right. Next, any questions, please drop it in the chat. I'm reading it. All right. Next, batch similar tasks together. Okay. Whatever it is, social media posts, emails, put them together. Listen, this is important. Schedule those breaks. Some of us, we all work differently. When I'm in the flow sometime and I'm doing creative type stuff, whether it's images or websites, or I'm working with my team on that and I'm checking, their work, I'm creating parts of a website, whatever it is that I'm doing, sometimes I'm in the flow and I need to stay in the flow for an hour, an hour and a half. Sometimes I need a break after 20 minutes or 30 minutes because I'm not always just working on that. For me, sometimes I'm working on other things. And so I will take a break and address that other thing. I will get up, I will walk around, I will drink some water, right? Drink some water, walk around, and then come back to it just to kind of clear out my mind. So having breaks, and I'm going to tell you another thing that's really important in my calendar, two things. Same day appointments, I usually do not take because they could be very stressful if I don't know it's coming up. Now, I have taken some emergency appointments for the same day. Usually, I prefer that appointments that get scheduled are for the next day. So, say someone sees my calendar, they want to meet with me today at 2, right? And I'm just getting off of this, right? or working on something else. That's a little bit harder for me to be able to respond to. So I won't offer that as an option, right? Schedule your lunch. You need to incorporate that into the calendar. No one can schedule appointments with me typically either between 1 and 2 or between 12 and 1. Today's different. And, I'm hosting the Marketing Monday. So this is different. But if you say that this, and it has to be non negotiable, okay? Because we start to burn out when we don't take those lunches, when we don't get enough sleep. Some of us have insomnia. Sometimes it's hard, right? We try to stay on track with everything, and then we say, you know what, I have to do this. Make sure that I have to work through lunch, but I'm going to stop at 2:30, and I'm going to be done for the day. I'm going to stop for 3, and then I'm going to be done for the day. Have prepared to have a snack. Maybe you have to have the snack nearby or already pre-prepared so that you could take it while you're working. But what happens is sometimes I know when I run out of steam because I haven't eaten, right? I haven't eaten. And so I start getting a little clouded. I start not being able to focus as much. And I'm wondering what's going on. What's going on is I haven't taken my lunch break. And so I might miss a lunch break here and there, but not consistently, not every day. Okay. So get back on it and go ahead and get back on program the next day. Okay, you're not going to miss that lunch. Okay. So block that time out. Schedule your breaks. That way you can avoid burnout. Um, Work and focus bursts. That's the Pomodoro technique. Minimize interruptions, turning off notifications, closing unnecessary tabs. If you could see all the tabs open on my laptop, I don't even want to tell you. It could be bad because I'll open up new tabs when I'm working with my team. I'll go to a website when I'm working with my team. Someone else will ask me to look at something. So even for me, I have to keep the tabs closed. Or this is even worse. Your laptop locks because you have 25 tabs open. Okay, so that can happen too. So reducing the tabs sometimes is good for your mind. It reduces the clutter. We don't always have just physical clutter. Where my team and I are going to be working on digital clutter, eliminating emails that have just been hanging out in our inbox, getting rid of files that are in our Google Drive and folders that shouldn't be in there. That is old. So making sure you're reducing your digital clutter, your desktop, your phone's desktop, and your laptop's desktop. Though that's really important to do as well. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's on, watching, please feel free to ask questions as I go through all of this. Okay, ask questions. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's talk about social media posts. I know that could be overwhelming as well, and I'm no different with that. So with social media posts, we usually use and create a content calendar, right? So content calendar is where you can put all of your content. Maybe you know about a new product, a new webinar, a new class that you're offering. You know about this, and you should, because you planned it. You've used your calendar to plan all this stuff out. So now you know that you have this special coming up that you want to offer. You can lay that out ahead of time in a content calendar. You could use images. You always want to have high quality visuals, eye catching images. You've seen a lot of the posts that we do. We use different tools prolifically. We incorporate video. We try to make everything as eye catching as possible for everything that we work on. So visuals are really important. And another tip is to remember to use hashtags. Hashtags will deepen your engagement to anyone who's following certain industry topics or anything that you are actually is part of your business. It will help you with that. Okay. So creating your content. So a content post might be similar to what I put together for today. It's like, hi, everyone. That's part of my brand. I'm very personable, very friendly, Instagram fam. I always address people that way. People are used to seeing that with my posts. So that is part of my brand, how I address people. And put that in there. We're hosting a Marketing Monday today. Don't miss it. Be prepared to have the link in there. Have a way for people to register. Have everything that you can in that post and incorporate it into the post. Now, it's a little bit different with Instagram because with Instagram, you usually have to use the link tree so that you can incorporate a post. Hey, Bree J explores content is your biggest thing I need to pick up on. Yeah, content is something else. And we can help you with all of that. We've been doing social media content with our clients for years now. And a lot of it is it's important to stay on brand. You have logos and you have a certain brand voice. So our brand voice is to be very personable when we address everyone. Instafam, FB fam for our Facebook folks, LinkedIn friends that say, hey, everyone, very personable. So that's our brand voice. And we usually incorporate it in everything, including our emails and how we address people. Okay. That's what we do. Is always very important for us, for people to recognize that they are speaking to Light of Gold PR or Gold Wellness Circle. Okay. Um, Hey, Brianna, business bestie. I see you. All right. Thanks for joining. Thanks so much. So thank you so much for all of you who jumped on this at the last minute. We hope that this is valuable for you. Please go ahead and subscribe. Friend us, Instagram, Light of Gold PR Marketing, at Light of Gold PR on pretty much everything else, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, X, pretty much everything. We are Light of Gold PR and our YouTube. Here's the other thing. For those of you who register and want to get a free gift, you will be getting our ebook on what I'm talking about today. But you got to go ahead and register with the link. And it's a form link, and you can find it on all of my social media. I put that link up there. So go ahead and click that link and register with the on the form and submit it, and you will be able to receive a free gift. And we already have people in there who have followed the assignment and they went ahead and registered, and now they're going to get a free gift. Okay. Thank you so much. Hey, Crystal. Thank you. Thanks so much. I hope it's valuable. Yes, we want to help everyone. Any questions? Y'all don't be shy. Go ahead and ask questions. Feel free to put it into the chat. Let's talk about target market. That's your customer, your client Who are you actually trying to sell to? Who is that? You have to identify who that is. And a lot of our work with our clients, we help them understand who is your customer, who is your client, who are you trying to sell to, and you need to be able to understand what they look for. What are their pain points? What are their needs? What are their interests? And tailor your marketing messages effectively to be able to speak to that target market. Now, you know how you articulate your services. And this is not about you, this is about your customer or client who you are trying to get to buy from you. Okay. You need to be able to understand how they're going to how they're going to explain what they need from you, and it's very important. If you sell makeup, I'm just going to use an example. You sell makeup, someone puts on Instagram, oh my God, I can't find anything that matches my shade. I have oily skin, I have combination skin. And if you know that you have the product or service for that, then that's what you include as your question when you create your content. Do you have combination skin? Is your skin sensitive? Do you break out in acne or rashes? What kinds of things do you have going on? That's a question, because guess what? That's a pain point, right? Do you not feel that? So you have to be able to include questions that your client or customer will feel. They'll feel it and they will click to buy that product, click to schedule a meeting with you. I mean, just some of the things I'm talking about today, they're pain points for you, right? Content, social media posts, time management, working in solitude and struggling with that, um, knowing how to create these messages, all of that. These are pain points for a lot of you. Do you have a website? So let's talk about brand consistency. That's not in these notes, but I'm just going to bring it up. This is the thing. Brand consistency, you have to be really careful about. The reason why we provide so many different services that lend itself to your brand is so that it can be cohesive and connected. Sometimes you'll go and look at someone's brand, it looks like 4 or 5 different vendors created different things. One vendor created the website, another vendor created the social media, another vendor created the messages. If someone else is doing the social media posts, we could do all of those services. Here's the thing. If you can't, for instance, say for instance, you want to hire us to do one particular thing, we still want to be able to talk to your other vendors that manage other parts of your brand, because then you start looking like 4 or 5 different companies actually created your branding. And that's because that's the truth. That's exactly what's going on. And so we need to make sure that we have consistency with our branding, with our images. That's really important. All right. So hopefully, if this is resonating with you, put a yes in the comments. Yes, I feel that. I feel that. I need to hear that. Put that yes in the comments. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. Let me see. Okay. So actually, let me finish this slide first. Track your results. How do you track it? How do you do that? With marketing campaigns and analyzing the data. So we worked. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Miss AD. I appreciate all of you. I hope this is resonating and helping you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. Yes, I'm hoping it's helping you, and implement it, please. So track your results. What does that mean? Tracking your results with your campaign, I'm just going to make it simple for you. It means that you need to understand what has worked. What is working? Is it that TikTok video that you created where you told everybody in about 15 seconds about how to set up their travel, and this is what you need to do for your travel, and they went ahead and clicked to be able to maybe download your ebook? That's something that's a success. That's something that worked. Maybe you sell insurance. Maybe you sell insurance and you created an ebook or a white paper about the types of insurance that you need to be able to make sure that you have. And you maybe did a quick video and did your 5 top tips for identifying what kind of insurance that you need, and someone actually booked an appointment with you. That works. So that's how you measure and analyze what's working in your marketing campaigns and what needs improvement. Now, if no one is responding, so we need to also go old school. Don't forget about your emails. So your emails, you send out an email blast this particular week to 500 people, and we need to be realistic. Maybe 10 to 20% of those people actually booked an appointment with you. Then that is something that is working. You're not going to get all the time all 100%, but maybe you might get 20 to 50 or 40 if your messaging is on point. If it's a specific list, maybe that you're selling to, then that increases the amount of people that it resonates with. If it's a wellness list, for instance, we have a list of wellness people who are interested in wellness, and we have that list. When we send them any information, we usually get a higher response and a stronger return, because that particular list is only for people who are interested in wellness and they're advocates for wellness. And they want to know about the next class. When's the meditation call? When is this? So anything that we send them, we have a higher rate of return as far as response. Okay. And so looking at how you are going to do your marketing, measure your marketing campaigns. These are the types of things that you try to look for. Is your content speaking to that target market? So if you get a lower rate of return, what that could mean is you just need to tweak something. And we can help you do that, or you can do that. Maybe you need to tweak your messaging, how you said something. Maybe the link didn't work that you sent. Maybe it's not a good platform for collecting emails and generating links. I don't know what it is, but if you keep tweaking those types of things, you will find that you will start to be more successful with the people that you start to engage. That's part of your target market. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Opening up for any comments. And hopefully I haven't put y'all to sleep. I still see you're still hanging with me. So this Marketing Monday call or Wellness Wednesday, we kind of make it like a lunchtime thing. We probably will start looking at doing it in the evening as well, for those of you who can't always jump on in the middle of the day. But we want to be respectful of your time. We know it's the middle of the day. We're nearing 45 minutes. So I want to make sure that I'm respectful of your time. Pain points. Okay, so pain points, and I'm assuming that you mean the pain points that your target market is feeling. So, Miss AD, let's talk in real time. Okay, talk to me about what is your business. Let's talk about it so we can make this, real. What is your business? And if it's I need to know what your business is so that we can have a real example for a pain point. What business are you looking at opening? And if it's not Miss AD1, it could be someone else. You have a Christian ministry. Okay. That is beautiful. That's wonderful. With your Christian ministry. So think about this, everyone. I need you to listen up. With your Christian ministry, Miss AD1, talk to me about what you're providing in your Christian ministry. Is it prayer, therapy? Do you meet with people? What is part of your Christian ministry? Are you doing any kind of outreach to the community? Talk to me about what are you providing in your Christian ministry. And then we could do a deeper dive into the pain points, because basically everyone, All of you who are business people, whether you're looking to start or whether you've already started, you will know what your target market struggle is, and how you fulfill and help with that pain, right? So that's the thing. Whether whatever your industry is, it could be bookkeeping, it could be maybe you have a bookkeeping company, a tax company. Okay, got it. So you share prophetic messages and encouraging messages on YouTube to help people grow in their faith. That's thank you. That's helpful. So because of that, because of what you are sharing prophetic messages and encouraging messages on YouTube. That is one place that you are promoting your Christian ministry. That's just one area. Now, there's other areas, and depending on where else you're promoting your Christian ministry, it's going to be a little different. So you might have to tweak it. So YouTube is different, right? You have certain messages. You could get on a video. Some people now want to do faceless YouTube where they're not, they don't use their face or image, but they use images and voice and audio and stuff like that. You can still do that. But for someone who's looking to share prophetic messages and encouraging messages, the questions that you might incorporate in the description of your YouTube channel would be: are you struggling in your faith? Do you need support? Do you not know where you are in your Christian walk? You know, then join us as we talk about this. Be very, very clear and specific about what you're going to be covering. The reason why a lot of you have joined this call is because I was clear and specific about why you should join and what I would be covering. Well, all of you need to do the same thing, really and truly. You need to do the same thing. So the fact that you share prophetic messages and encouraging messages on YouTube is what you are looking to provide. But the people that this is going to resonate with are going to be in a certain place. And you can ask those questions and be okay with asking those questions. And maybe you might be on YouTube and speak about something specific and put those questions in there, so that this will connect with them in a deeper level. And when you post this, Miss AD1, you should also incorporate different keywords. That's the other thing that we could all do. So we're going to take this video right here, and when it is done, we're going to put keywords in there, and it's the keywords of everything that I covered. You should be doing that as well, Miss AD1. And the reason why you should be doing that is because now you can start attracting other people who are looking for those prophetic messages. They need to be built up. They're struggling in their faith walk. There are people who are also unchurched and they don't belong to a church, but they want to feel like they're part of a community. Those are the questions, and that's the content and the descriptions that you need to use when you put this together. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if it was. And Jubar, do you have to partner with YouTube Partner Program to get monetized? I hope that was helpful, Miss AD. Please put something in the chat. I don't want to just jump to the next person. But I hope that helped a little bit. For Jubar, you're asking about partnering with YouTube Partner Program to get monetized. Actually, no. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm grateful that that helped. Yes. It's changed, Jubar. It used to be that you needed to get to 1,000 um, subscribers on YouTube, and when you get to 100, you could do certain things they allow you to do. Then you get to 1,000, everything changes. Now they have programs where you can advertise your channel on YouTube, not necessary, and partner in that way and be a partner that pays for advertising. So things have changed. with YouTube, because I guess they're looking at ways that they can make some money too. So waiting for someone who maybe they can't get up to 1,000 subscribers, but you still want to advertise, what you do, you can do that now on YouTube. So that's another way that you can partner with YouTube with their partner program. It's changed. I've been on YouTube for 16, 17 years, and honestly only used it really for promotional videos and to do lives, to do interviews and stuff like that. And I've noticed a change. So, yeah, now you can also advertise and pay for advertising with them to be able to partner with them and not have, have a smaller uh, followership and subscribers and build up from there. Yeah. All right. So we got 10 minutes, y'all. I said that I would give you about up to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Any other questions? Let me know what they are. Drop it into the chat. Um, we have some things coming up. We have we did our Gold Business Connect holiday event. We also did a Kwanzaa event. However, what we're going to be doing, so I need the other slide, um, the one with our, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. So I'm going to try to see if I can go over to our Light of Gold PR website, because that's an older slide. I'll pull up our upcoming events. So everyone, we have a couple of things, a couple of ways that we can help you with your journey. We have something called Gold Business Connect. That's our online community. We're going to be doing webinars and classes and doing deeper dives, just like we're doing today, but in a deeper way, so that we can actually get closer to helping you with your goals, right? Some of you just need a little bit more hand holding. Sometimes you feel like you could do this on your own, and you really need to be part of a community. And so we can definitely help you with that with some of our consulting and coaching programs. We have mentorship programs. We're offering, a lot that we can help you with monthly, and you could be part of that community. And so we want to make sure, let me see if I can share my screen real quick. Let me do that. And let me know if you can see my screen. So hopefully you can see my screen. So these are some of the programs that we're working on: coaching and mentorship programs, 197, community building, masterminds, practical tools like this. We're doing a great offer with $100 off, making only $97 a month, y'all. It's a great price, and you are able to jump on a Zoom. We could talk and chat it up about some of the things that you're struggling with. Now, if you need more, of course, the price point goes up and we can help you with more. But with our Gold Business Connect, we do our webinars, we do live events and virtual events, classes, all of that. And so that's something that you could definitely keep in mind if you want to join our Gold Business Connect. And then our upcoming events, we have a great logos, content, and websites masterclass that we're going to be doing with Katani Gray. She's one of my wonderful event partners now for almost 10 years. And we work together on lots of great things together, and lots of events, lots of logos and content and websites. So on this webinar, this masterclass, we're going to be doing a deeper dive into what kinds of things you should look for logos, content, and websites. And then we will also have, we'll be able to help you if you just need to get this stuff done. If you attend the masterclass and you say, all this is great, I want to keep it in mind, but I need help. Can you do this for us? We can give you, some great discounted prices to be able to create your content, your logos, and your websites. So we could definitely do that for you. So you want to go to lightofgoldpr.com, go to our upcoming events page. Make sure you go to this link to get your free gift. Click on this form and fill it out. And that way we'll send you the ebook from today's uh, Marketing Monday Live. So fill that out. Go to lightofgoldpr.com and go to the upcoming events tab. And then if you want to attend our logos, content, and websites masterclass, you can also register here. So this is just like an initial registration to get you in our class. This logos, content, and websites class is going to be held on January 30th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are in the country, remember it's Eastern Standard Time. For some of you, it might be 5 p.m. if you're on the West Coast. So, join us. We'll be able to provide you the links and everything for that, because this will be more of a webinar than an actual live. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to go back. And so please join us, subscribe, get on our email list. Go ahead and fill out that form. Get on our email list. Let's go ahead and get into these accountability groups, these communities, so that we can help you grow. We also get some of the best speakers who I've been working with for years, who are experts, who have 20 plus years experience. They've been out there for a minute. So those people will also be part of our Go Business Connect community as well. Yeah. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you. Allison, I appreciate you. Let's see, the free gift, you registered to the event, but okay, so those who registered, where do I get the free gift at again? It will be emailed to you. Thank you, Tina, for bringing that up. It's okay if you're at work. I appreciate you guys for multitasking and being able to follow along. Everyone who used the form to register, you will get the free ebook emailed to you. Give us before the end of the week. We will get that to you, and we will put into that ebook a lot of the things that I already covered. That will be in the ebook in one nice, pretty place, and a little bit extra in there, and you'll get that ebook. Okay, I'm happy to email it to you. At some point, a lot of our ebooks will be digital downloads on our website. We're trying to get there. All you have to do is go ahead and add your name, email address, and phone number, and then you'll be able to go ahead and download. So, but for our ebook, definitely you'll be able to do that. Oh, good. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I'm hoping that everybody enjoyed this and really got something out of it. We're going to be doing another one. We're working on some more, so hang tight. As long we'll post in all the places that we can, that we have this stuff coming up. But if you could subscribe, send us your email, include your phone number, we could text it to you, we can email it to you. That way you'll know everything that we have going on. Absolutely, Miss AD1. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate all of you. Have a blessed day. Make sure that you take some time to enjoy the sunshine if there's any in your state. There's not any over here in New Jersey, but get out or take a break. Take a break from the screens. Take a breath. Take a breath. Our meditation call is coming up too. You're going to love that as well. Tony Smith, a life coach. Tony Smith is a good friend of mine. He's fantastic. Good friend of mine, Casey Carpenter. She also hops on our meditation call to lead you guys in meditation. So please please subscribe. I appreciate all of you for being on with us. Mwah. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Take care. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.